I'm dancing. I'm having fun. Happy Tuesday. It's Travel Talk Tuesday, guys. So, you know what that means? We're going to talk about travel, maybe RV travel, some really cool stuff. And today we have a really big topic. But we'll get to that in just a second because we want to say hi to our friends who are in the chat right now because that's really important. So, let me pull that up real quick. And by the way, if you ever feel, the need to be nice and add to the gas fund of all these wonderful travels, please feel free to drop a super chat. I love to thank people and I really do appreciate everything. We've had a very big maintenance on the adventure van, and it's probably going to be a little more. So everything's been much appreciated. You guys have been fantastic. I have no complaints. Once again, the best travel community on YouTube. It's you guys. Okay, let's see who is here today. We have Time for Exploring. Hey, Tim, how are you, Tim and Duke? I'm in Oklahoma City, 4 more days until Kentucky. Very exciting. I cannot wait. Dude, we've got to connect because I am so excited to have you on this side of Mississippi. Come on over. The water's fine. Love this. My friend, the RV DJ. Hey, how are you? Hope you're having a great night. Good to see you. George Ann. Oh my gosh, George Ann, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a while. Hoping to connect with you guys. It's going to be an interesting year with meetups. So things have changed on a dime, and we'll get to that in a second. So, it's always exciting. Travel plans change, right? RV neighbor is picking me up for a barbecue dinner. Oh, very nice. How cool is that? I know you love that Class C. You've got a really great RV, so I'm totally with you on that one. So let's get to it, guys. We got lots of stuff to talk about tonight, and then we'll do a little behind the scenes and shake off the cobwebs and talk about what's really going on. But I think it's time for hot topics. Let's talk about some hot topics. Are you guys ready? So here's the deal. I just got back from a I don't want to say private because it's not exactly private, but I got back from a ticketed event. Let's go with the ticketed event. And we're going to talk about this just a little bit because I want you to understand what we're talking about here. So I went to the RV Expo, the Music City Motorhome Expo to be exact. Now, this is put on by National Indoor RV Center in Nashville, Tennessee. They had this out at the Wilson County Fairgrounds this past week. It was a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday event. Now, this was really cool. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because this might become the future of many RV expos. And I'll explain to you in just a little bit. So if you go to Tampa, you go to Hershey, and I know all these really big shows, a lot of people kick a lot of tires and they're not really, shopping, or they're not really serious about looking. And or it's hard to find your community in those RV shows. So maybe you camp with them, maybe you don't camp with them, but this was really cool. So let's talk about this just a little bit. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments. So either on Facebook or on YouTube. And thanks so much, you guys, for being here. Now, before you go, oh, moment, it was $495 a day. Most people came in their big Class A's, B's, and C's, and they went camping for 3 days. That means it was $1,500 for 3 days. Okay. Now, hold on a second. For 3 days, here's what they got. This was like an all-inclusive kind of VIP treatment. Okay. So it included all their food, all their drinks, all their snacks, all that kind of stuff. So it was, and every time you turned around, there was food, tons and tons and tons of food. Okay. You have a campsite there. Now, Wilson County Fairgrounds is not your typical fairgrounds. It's really, really nice. So just wanted to put that out there too. They gave them electric and water, but they had to bring a sewer truck around. So they did like a little concierge sewage kind of thing for like your, those kind of deals. So just to let you know that was available. They had RV industry experts from Newmar, Freightliner, Tiffin, Winnebago, everything you could think of, and a lot of the higher end, Gretsch, Midwest Van Build, just really cool stuff. And one of my favorite, 27 North, when it comes to vans, a new van company out there, really cool. But a lot of high end products. So, if you're looking in that, echelon of things, this was the place to be. This exactly was the place to be. On top of the fact of the experts, you got to test drive these things. When do you ever get to test drive this kind of stuff, right? And your ticket price, if you decide to buy something, was good for 1 year of the event to purchase a new rig. And that's important too. So you're like, wow, that's a lot of money. But what they found, and what I found, which I think is pretty cool, is, if you're going to be shopping, you're really going to be shopping. Think of it like a coupon. You get all this stuff for free and it gets to go towards the price of your rig. So it really was a good idea to do it. And there wasn't, overcrowding per se. They limited the tickets. So this was their first event and I was really impressed. I got to tell you, I'm super impressed with this whole thing. Okay. So who was there? I think I mentioned some of the brands, Tiffin, Newmar, American Coach, Fleetwood, Winnebago, Coachman, Integra, a lot of really cool van brands as well. I would say it was like 70% Class A's, and then the rest were C's and B's. So it was more heavy on the A side, because there's a lot more to that. But I was there for the B, all the B people, woohoo, and the B plus people. So I want to make sure you guys got to see what was going on there. Let's see who just came in. I see the broken nomad. Hey, moving a mattress. So I'm listening for now. Hey, be careful with your back, buddy. We appreciate you being here. Gracie and Jacques. Hello, peeps. Oh, I got to get with you on a couple things because you're on my list of people to connect with because I'm going west. Oh, sometime. I don't know when, but I'm going to go west. All right, here we go. So on top of the music, on top of the food, on top of the RVs, they had music and they had great music. I'm talking Diamond Rio played one night. If you were in the 90s country, everybody knows Diamond Rio. They were fantastic. Everybody's singing and dancing. And Josh Turner with that deep voice, that deep, awesome voice. Just fantastic, really awesome evenings to top the day off with. So really impressed once again. I can't say anything bad about the event. I really heard everything about from people, what they liked, what they didn't like. And I was like, this is pretty cool. So what people told me was they like this curated show idea. They like the idea of bringing in these coaches so that you can really have that one-on-one session instead of going to a regular RV show and just sort of being herded through the stuff. This was more of a at your own leisure. You could set up times, you could talk to people. It really was a good experience. So I think that's sort of a different way of looking at it versus, fighting the crowds and the strollers and whatnot, trying to get around. They also, and just so you guys know, they only allowed service dogs. So there also wasn't a lot of dogs out there and things like that. But I did get to test drive some stuff, which was pretty cool. I got to tell you, I'm really excited about that. And if you've never test drove, I think it's insane to go to an RV lot and buy an RV and never test drive it. They just sort of show you this whole, oh, don't you love this floor plan? And oh, by the way, it's a good chassis or a good engine, but you'll figure it out. No, you should test drive it. It's a lot of money, guys. You really need to do that. Hey, Deborah, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Awesome. I can't wait to share this stuff with you guys because, as you can see, it was like, $400 some worth of fun to get in this. And I want to make sure that I shared it all with you guys because, if you weren't there, you know why. But let's go into this. I'm going to see if I can do this again. I want to present my screen. Dun, dun, dun. We're going to do it like this. All right, I'm going to hit play and we are going to have a behind the scenes sneak peek. This was me. I got there late, I'm not going to lie, and I parked way off to the side because I just didn't want to be around a bunch of stuff, but people were starting to walk down towards dinner and they had a shuttle. They had a shuttle stop for people to go from their rigs to there. And when I first got there, I found all these awesome Class Bs. I'm like, ooh, I want to go through every single one. And one matched my hair, which was sort of cool. So, you know me. And then you saw all the A's. Tons and tons and tons of A's. Now, Tuesday, I think they had really bad weather. So I got there on Wednesday. So I just lucked into it. And I also got to see lots of friends. Oh my gosh. So Endless RVing was there. Our Journey of Miles was there. Texas RV Y'all was there. A lot of cool YouTubers, a lot of cool Instagrammers. It was pretty cool. It was really cool. And there's that awesome Tiffin GH1 that I love so much that I did a video on at the Tampa RV show. They had all the cool stuff there. So, it's just nice to be able to go through it and not be so crowded and have that space to do it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's Stan. Hey, Stan, good to see you, buddy. Glad you're here. We're talking about going to this really, really, really cool RV show, sort of a curated event, really neat. And they also had the Integra things there too, which is nice. All the Integra bees, really cool. Yeah, Tim, it was cool. You'll have to count how many times I say cool during this. So Winnebago was there. They brought, the number one selling Travato, of course, the Solus. They brought the Echo. They brought a couple Class Cs. And I love this Echo, guys. I'm just saying, I love this Echo. They call it a C or B plus, whatever you want to call it, because it is the Transit, and then they cut it away. This was during the evening, and they were doing a celebration. This is just one of the many, many desserts of things they were doing. I thought the cake was pretty cool. That's why I'm showing you guys. Hey, there's Susan Jim. Good to see you guys. Hey, thanks for talking to me today. I did get my Open Roads card, so I'm excited about that because, yeah, got to get all those fuel points in every single place. Okay, this was Diamond Rio, and I tell you what, they put on some of their old stuff in the background, and then people were dancing. It was so much fun. They did a great job, and audience participation, so you guys can see what people were looking like while we're there. Big, I call it the wedding rehearsal. Wedding dinner circle tables, with like 8 to a table. There was a lot of people there. I should have gotten a count, but that was cool. So yeah, there they are. And there's people just slow dancing, having a good time. I had a great time. I'm telling you, it was super, super fun. Our everyday getaway. Hey, this event looks amazing. It was really cool. It was really amazing. I wish you were there. It was really cool. So yeah, 13 now. Thanks for counting the cool things. This was interesting. Everybody does a one wheel. I'm going to stop that. Hold on. Hold that thought. Go back. Go back. Because I want you guys to see this for a second. Everybody talks about these one wheels, right? This guy every morning got on his one wheel with his cowboy hat and typically two dogs. He had one dog this morning. And I was like, that's amazing. I don't think I could get on that thing, but that was amazing. So much fun. So they also had a big vendor area as well, inside vendors with lots of, um, Spacious Skies campgrounds, which by the way, you guys should check them out. I think they're really neat. And Adventure Genie. If you haven't heard of Adventure Genie yet, I'm actually going to do a video on this. So if you are familiar with RV Trip Wizard, this just takes it up a notch, and it's really interesting. If you're into the AI and how it can show you things, really impressed with it. This was a brand new Coachman. If you guys haven't seen this, it looks sort of spacey. It's very Euro. It's got that rounded front. It's really the answer to those people who want to stay with the size of a C. So it's about 28 feet, maybe 30 tops. But it can get into all those state parks. What's cool about it, ready for this, guys? Look at all the storage. People want that storage. In order to do that, you got to come up with a really interesting floor plan. So I wanted to bring you guys this first so you guys could see this up close. And I had one of the Coachman people give me a whole tour of this. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot about A's, where they're going, what's happening, what people are looking for. And they're looking for these sort of, I want the amenities. I want the luxury. I just may not want the whole size because I can't go places with this huge size A. So this was interesting how they did this and how they designed it and what they're going to go backwards with this. So you could get both sides into this and then more storage and where you get into your pumps and things like that. But I really like this one a lot. If I had to get an A without the extreme expense of some of the other ones, but with the size that I really want and the quality, I think this Coachman Euro was a really, really interesting compromise. Yeah, it's a good way of compromise. Has one slide out, has one, and they have two different models. This one has the beds in the back that are lifted, and there's another model that has just a regular bed, but it's an east-west bed, but it doesn't have all that storage. So, you got to play that whole, how much storage do you really want? And as far as I'm concerned, if you guys have a Blackstone and some camping chairs and a hammock and who knows what else, you got to have some storage because I've learned that lesson the hard way. I don't know about you guys, but that's the thing. When you get used to that storage and then you don't have it, it's a problem. It's on a Ford. And he was going to show me the engine compartment, but we didn't have the keys to unlock it. We forgot those. Uh-oh. Tim lost count of my cools and amazings. Well, it's the game. It is absolutely the game. I love that. All right. So, of course, the awning, and it's one of those things where when the wind comes, it'll automatically go down. I love those wind sensor awnings. It's got the little puppy door so your puppy can look outside or kitty cat while you're driving, which is always nice. And just want to take you guys inside this so you can see what we're looking at because something that drives me insane about having an RV is not having a place for a garbage can. A garbage can is like one of the most simple things in the entire universe, but this one, because it's Euro design, has a really cool thing we'll show you in just a second. Johnny Lightning's here. Hey, a little late tonight, but I had a plumbing emergency with a tenant. Oh no, I hope you're okay. I hope no one's flooded out. That would be bad. All right, see you at the Hershey show, Charlie Grace. We got our credentials filled out. Yes. Awesome. Let's go do that. I'm excited. I'm going to be there too. Hat giveaways tonight. Mine is covered with sawdust. We get 25 people in the chat. We will do a hat giveaway. I promise. That'll be cool. So this is the new Transit Echo. So there's a Mercedes Echo and there's a Transit Echo. So gas, diesel, whatever you're thinking. What's cool about this one? You see that little Dometic? They've got this outdoor kitchen. It's so cool. So you pull out that's like got a fridge area and you've got a propane stove cooktop and like a little area for a sink. This is neat. Really cool. I thought that was a neat idea. And then, of course, what I also like is because it has the two propane that are like the regular size, so you can just get them filled anywhere. And look at that storage. Once again, guys, you could put some your electric bikes in there. It has an outlet there, so you can absolutely plug them in where you're driving and get them charged. Or when you get plugged in, you could charge them there too. This comes with an option of either 2 lithium nice batteries or 1 lithium battery and a propane generator. So I'm sort of on the fence on this. I would go with the 1 lithium battery and the propane generator and then add another one. But this was Bob was sweet. He gave me a ride and got me out and then I got to test drive this thing. I was learning all about how it handles and stuff. I said, I don't know if I really want to go back to the idea of a box on the back, but it didn't feel like it at all. It really felt like a van, like lots and lots of vans. Yeah, 40 pounds of propane. That is really cool. Absolutely. Okay, so now we're going into this is a really cool um, there were coaches there and they were like what I call luxury travel vans. This is what I call a luxury travel van. Okay. So a luxury travel van has lots of seating. We're going on a trip somewhere. We're going to a concert, almost like more limo-esque. And I know Stan's going to love this, right? You're going to love this. And Stanley Falls is here. Hey, Stanley, good to see you. They typically have a bathroom, but they don't have a shower. So in the back, you've got like a refrigerator, a little area, and turn a little closet for a vacuum cleaner because you got to clean up after the party. Woohoo! And then I'll turn around and there's the bathroom. So you've got a little toilet back there. So when you're taking those long trips, you don't have to stop. But these are very well done, very well appointed, and has lots of storage for you to put your personal items and things up there. And don't forget the cup holders. It's all about the cup holders, people. If you are looking to host and go places and do things, you want to have those cup holders in the entertainment center. Don't forget that. So this would have been great for my kids when we took trips to the Smokies and we got hotel rooms and we did things because we did rent a van, like a passenger van like this at one time. That was so cool. But these are very well done. Very, very well done. This is actually from a company with Forest River. And I once called them the OG. So they're really, really neat. I think it's a Volt. I'll have to come up with a name again. But everywhere I turned around, there were these little tables and cup holders. I'm thinking, perfect. That's what everyone needs, right? You need a place to put your Happy Meal and a place to put your beer or whatever you're going to eat for the night. I would personally go with brie and crackers, cheese and crackers. I'm just fine. And of course, all of the seat belts. So it tells you how many people can go in there. So Mercedes was the chassis of choice, the van of choice per se, for a lot of these builds. This was one of those things where, let me look at this real quick. This is the VRV series. This is the OG Forest River. Forest River is doing a high-end luxury van build out right now, and this is pretty cool. I got to tell you, if you've ever had a Forest River, travel trailer or things like that, they're going in a whole different direction with these, and they're nice. So you've got a mid-cabin bathroom. You've got the two burner induction cooktop. You've got the couch in the back with the two side seats, which seems to be, I don't want to say the status for what most people do these days, pleasure way and that sort of thing. But they did put in the microwave convection oven, and it had a really good flow to it and really good materials and quality. Okay. The quality is what's really important. And how are you going to fit in it as well? Some people don't want those 2 extra seats. Maybe they just want the 2. They don't need the 4. And that was someone's biggest issue with wanting to buy one of these is they're like, I just don't need the extra seat. That's not what I'm going to do. Yeah. Take a look at that. Love this. Okay. Let's keep going. So bathroom, shower head, when you're in these luxury coaches, the showers are important, but they're not always used. That sounds like a weird thing to say. Most people just say they want one, but they don't use them as much. Hey, there's Dahlia's Dishes and Destinations. Hey, you are always on time. We're just going through some of the things that we got to see at the Music City Motorhome Expo in Nashville this past weekend, which is cool. Forest Rivers in Oregon. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Did Tommy sneak in here too? Why, yes, she did. Oh my gosh. So good to see you. Hey, She-Devil, thanks so much. Now this one's interesting. So this is going more back to once again, the travel coach, and I'll call it the old limousine style where you can pull it back. Big benches, rounded benches. Look at the cups. You have a little drinky poo on your ride, but very well done, very well appointed, amazing craftsmanship. Very impressed. TVs front, back, nice lighting. So you're going with some girlfriends on a big trip. You want to, I don't know, go to the winery. This would be something really cool to take it in and enjoy. And as far as mechanics in many of these, it is high-end lithium, as much energy as you can think of, and run from there. Look at that TV. It's huge. Oh my gosh. Absolutely huge. I love this one. Most of these are going for, we're talking 250 on up. We are not talking, we are very much in that range, 250, 300, sometimes 325, depending on what we're looking at. So just giving you guys a sneak peek as to what's going on, and people are spending this money. I did see a lot of deals being made on these Bs. So be aware, you're going to start seeing these on the road more and more because they're building them because people are buying them. And there you go. So this one's more, that forward seating. And then it has like a little bench area in the back. And we're back to those folding tables with cup holders, which like I said, I think everyone should have those. And the cabinetry above, of course, is locking. Now it's not really big like mine are. They're sort of more on the narrow side, a little less depth, but that's okay. What's the price on these rigs? Well, a rig like this was going for at least 289, 299, honestly. Now they were making some deals on these things, but they were way up there. And that's, but it's the echelon and luxury that people are looking for. They want a luxury van. That's what they're going to get. Hey, there's my buddies, the Gonzo book. Thanks for being here. Now, this one also has a fridge in the back, a little light. We'll call it a little wet bar, a little wet area. So you can do the fridge and a microwave convection oven. And then it has a toilet. Once again, no shower. Okay. So these are just touring vans. This is a touring van. We'll get to some of the ones with a shower. They're like the Gretsch around the way. Yeah. But I can't imagine. It would be so fun to have a big, get together weekend, take a bunch of people on a trip and have all these amenities just waiting for you. All right. I know I'm walking fast, guys. Sorry about the camera. I know it's a little fuzzy in certain places, but I was in a hurry and I had there were lots of educational things, seminars going on at this event too. And if you wanted to go every hour on the hour, there was something really neat and all the vendors would be there at certain times. So Midwest Automotive has been around for a little while. That was primarily what they're making are those kind of luxury coaches, and they're known for their quality too. So this one was going for $279.9. So we're back in that $279 range again. And here we have a mid bath, actually a mid to front bath, we'll call it. And it's got that little table behind it, which I think is fantastic. So when you turn your seat around for the driver's seat, you've got a little table area that you could put a computer on or something. Very shiny, very slick, awesome deep sink, very nice sink with of course, a retractable faucet, which I love. And look how shiny this thing is. Very, very nice. The way they put these together, it has a feeling to it. Yeah, that van better have a maid that cooks. I know. It's definitely a thing. You look at some of these and go, for that kind of money, it should have X. And that's really the question, right? Like, what is it that you need for that kind of money that you would expect? You would expect every drawer to be soft close and perfectly fit. You don't want to see anything out of place. You don't want to see anything stapled. You want to see everything screwed in and put together very carefully. You don't want to see any seams whatsoever. So when you buy something like this, the expectation is that you're not going to, have to work on as much. But as with anything that moves, there will always be something. Yes, this one has a shower. This one has a shower. I think we'll open the door. Let me find out what we have in here. It does have a large fridge and freezer. Freezer, of course, is on the bottom. And we'll open the door. Take a look at the shower. It's a wet bath, of course. And it's interesting, but it is small. Some of these things, it's really hard. If you're a bigger person, you may not fit in some of these side baths. I'm going to tell you right now, you really need to go in there, sit down. And sometimes you can sit down, but you can't stand up to take a shower very well. That gets a little weird too. And a wet bath, that really counts if you're going to use it. Okay, here's an excursion. Okay, once again, we're on a Mercedes. And actually, these are the ones that were Fleetwoods. Yeah, Fleetwood really wasn't able to show a lot of their stuff because they weren't ready. These were prototypes that were coming up. So, and those automatic doors kill me every stinking time. Every stinking time. So we were just sort of getting a little sneak peek on what they were doing. So they're doing the 4 captain's chairs with the couch in the back again, mid bath, and then all their cabinetry. Now they're doing a lot of wrapped around fabrics and moldings as opposed to the cabinetry going all the way down. So that's a little interesting. And a nice big sink. If you're a sink person, you like a lot of cooking space, they're really extending these cooking bars into the actual, door opening. Most people are thinking, well, if you're going to come in, you're going to come in. Oh, sorry guys, I'm moving too fast. You're going to come in the other way. Now they had Expedition 2, and like I said, Fleetwood had 2. It's very rare to see Fleetwood, our Class Bs on the road. And this one's got the couch in the back. It has some extra room in the back too. So some of those rear couches, they don't give you any room. And they all start to look the same after a while. You start looking at these bathrooms, you're like, okay, same placement, same toilet. But then you start looking at, okay, what about the air conditioner? Or what about what's above the captain's chairs in the front? And how does that work? Now, this is a Strata Ion. This is a Gretsch. So when we start talking Gretsch, you've got a step that comes out when you open the door. Gretsch is top-notch quality. And Look at the flooring. It's got an interesting flooring pattern. People are using that kind of, I call it the plastic mesh, but it's not plastic. It's more like a rubber. It's very cushy, has a really nice thing, really nice feel for it. They've got a cabinet above, what we call the pizza box. A lot of these things are nice. Comes with lagoon table mount, of course, that you can put in different areas throughout the coach, which I love. And everything's paneled the same. You know, they want the synonymous look for everything. That's my user error trying to close something. But this one's really light, very light and bright. Let's see if I open the fridge. There we go. I didn't find any food in the fridge. I kept looking. I was hoping there were snacks somewhere. Okay, does the sink come with a cover? Every single sink came with a cover. Every single sink did. So I'm not a big fan of circle sinks. Anyone who knows me knows I much prefer the square or the rectangle sinks. I just think they're easier to wash things in and out of. But they're going back to some of these circle sinks now. I don't know why. It's a thing. This one has a rectangle, and of course, it's nice and deep, very deep. And then 2 induction cooktops. So for people who are doing these induction cooktops, they keep forgetting that, you know, it takes a lot of energy to run those things. So this one, I'm always looking for more drawers and cabinets because I think drawers are a little easier in van life. You know, you can organize things a little better and whatnot. But the good news is on the back, see that back upper cabinet? There are a lot of companies that are getting rid of those. And you need those back upper cabinets if you have a van like this, because we're going to put the bedding, right? Because you've got it as a couch. As soon as you make that bed, you're going to want to put your comforter and your pillows and your this and your that. And if you don't have that, you don't have any space. So that's going to be an issue, how that whole thing's going to work. Yeah. Yep. So here's a Torino iron, another Gretsch. And these were all in a line. So we just kept looking, going back and forth. Now, all these, of course, have back bug screens as well as front, as well as side bug screens. So you don't have to worry about that. Here we go. If I were single, I would own a camper van. Oh my gosh. You know what? Camper vans are nice, but I will say this right now. It is a different way of travel. And if you're not used to it, it's definitely something to think about. But thank you so much for the super chat. You are rocking it, buddy. Let me give you, I've got a brand new thank you just for you. Here we go. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Look at that. How cool is that? Thank you. I love that. I'm telling you, after putting a new rack and pinion, it is very expensive these days right now in the camper van world. All right. So Charlie, are you going in the B van consulting business? You know what? I've learned enough to be dangerous, but I'm not going to pretend. I like to go through and I can help a few people. I did help a few people make some selections based upon questions that they hadn't thought of. And that's important. They look like airline cabinets. I know. But, you know, we're looking at marine. You know, when you think RV, you also have to think marine. How do we keep things clean? How does it work? Camper vans are amazing. Yes, they are. They are very, very cool. Hey, Fatima, thanks for being here. This is fun. Once again, look at that flooring. Now here, they're giving you a lagoon table, but they're not putting that little extra thing to bump out as a desk right there. So that's okay. With that lagoon table, it meets the needs. But I like this back 2 benches in the back. This Gretsch, how much was this Gretsch going for? This was $254. $254. Yep, $250,000. It's yours, baby cakes. Just spare pocket change, right? But I like it because when you open the back doors, you just have that space. And once again, it's got that top cabinet to put all your bedding in. So we need to keep those top cabinets, guys. Or let your reps know that we want to keep these things, because some people are complaining they hit their head when they get up, and I get that too. But what else? Where else are you going to put this stuff? It won't happen. It'll end up being a touring coach, a very expensive touring coach, and not a camper van. So you can't spend the night in it. And to some people, that's what they're using it for. Once again, wet bath. Different sink, a little bigger sink, and you got the shower head over the sink. So I'm not quite sure how you would stand to do this shower. It's sort of an awkward, you know, you've got different places to hold it, but it's just not, I don't know, didn't really work well for me. I do like the lighter interior though. When it comes down to, they're seeing more of a darker resurgence, and I'm hoping the light stays around for a little while. But we'll see. We'll see more the 2025s are coming out, and I saw quite a few 2025s at this show. And of course, I'll see more at Hershey as well. But they're on the lots, guys. If you're looking to buy a 2025, they are there. And that's good news. But I'm looking at quality. So make sure if you're going out and you're starting to look at these things, Do not accept anything off a lot that is not 100% done to your specifications. Okay. I have done that before where I've walked in, got so excited, I want to take it off the lot, and I should just left it there for a couple more days to get every little thing fixed. So it happens. It always happens. Once again, lagoon table and a wardrobe. I did find out about those, what are they called, higher hangers or high hangers that you can find on Amazon, because none of those closets ever fit a real hanger. They always get too low. Gonzo, but I need a 4x4. So do I. Let me tell you what, so do I. I'll take all-wheel drive too. That'd be good too. It has softer edges. Square corners can be dangerous in the van. That's exactly right. You want to have things a little smoother. So this is me jumping and being silly in the evenings. We're back to entertainment for the evening. This is Josh Turner. Josh Turner was amazing, fantastic guy. They've been just huge supporters of lots of things in Middle Tennessee. And you might know him from a song, Long Black Train. He's got a really deep voice. Really, really nice. And we just got to enjoy the evening and do some dancing. Oh, these are funny friends in shark costumes, because there's nothing better than dancing sharks, right? So dancing shark costumes are always a fun thing. Yeah. Whoops. There we go. Let me go back. This is fun. I love that. See, this was what happens when I push a button. There we go. We're dancing. We're dancing. We're having fun. And we got to boogie the night away, do a little country music boogie here and there. Everyone had a fantastic time. I think that's what it's about, right? I mean, you're getting together, you're looking at RVs, you're meeting new people, you're camping. A lot of people there were camping, like I said. Oh, there we go. This is fun. Okay, so here we go. Let me stop this. I never could get to it in time. Let me go back a second. So let me tell you who these people are. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so that's RV Texas, y'all. So right here, these two people and their mom, they're taking their mom on a big trip. And that's one of my friends from our journey in Miles. And they've been so fantastically good friends with me, Mark. They've been fantastic, awesome people working on this whole event. And then if you've ever thought about doing a caravan, I've thought about this a couple times, because I'm like, you get to a point where like, I'd like to go places, but maybe not by myself. And I wanted to find a locally owned smaller business that could really like meet my needs and work with me. And they've been saying that they're, having some issues reaching out to the solo population who want to take solo trips. I think you guys should check out Adventure Caravans. I really like them. I just was really impressed with what they had to offer. And I would definitely go back again. And I think you guys should also, bring a shark suit. What do you think? So yeah, caravans are really fun. They're really fun. It's fun to like put them together, but it's a lot of work. And so if you can let the other person work it out and you just show up and have fun, that's perfect. That's amazing. That's exactly what you want, right? I love that. Yeah, we got to have fun in these things. It's just, it's no fun if you don't. Gretsch has a huge lithium battery package. I bet they do. I looked at some of these things and I was shocked as to how much lithium they were offering. So many of them, even their basic models, were pretty big. And I think a lot of places are leaning more on the lithium. So a lot of the Euro things are leaning more on propane, which I think is interesting. And as I mentioned, the Echo was coming in a Mercedes and a Transit. And the Transit, because it's diesel, when it had a generator, it had to be propane. So we're still on the fence on propane. I think we're sort of getting on that thing of like sort of anti-generator, but if it has to be generator, propane's a little cleaner. I don't know. You tell me what you think. What do you guys think? Would you rather have big lithium batteries or a really nice generator? If you had a choice, tell me in the chat below which one you want. So you want a generator or batteries? If you could only choose one, let me rephrase it. If you could only choose one, which one would you want? Because I am curious myself. I would like to know that. Johnny says, will a tuxedo work instead of a shark suit? Well, is it a shark skin tuxedo? That could be fun. That could be really fun. Okay, Gonzo Book says big lithium. Yeah, you got to know how much you need to. I mean, I think that's important. If you don't know how much energy you're using, you got to figure that out. I'd rather have the batteries. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Big lithium system. Deborah says, I get lithium. Nice. All right. Yeah, it's interesting to think about how this is all going to go down and where people are moving and putting their money into. So before I forget, it's time for me to thank you guys, because we have made some huge milestones, and I just want to thank all of you. Here we go. I can't believe we're at 1.1 million views, guys. That's insane. That's so cool. I'm so excited. We're on the path to 10,000 subscribers and just rocking it. It's really cool. You guys are like making this all happen. I love having friends online and talking to people. So let's see. Big lithium batteries, you don't need a backup for when the sun doesn't shine. So you got to be able to charge the lithium batteries. So that's where it gets a little weird. Okay. So my current setup, just to give you a little heads up on this one, is I have 2 lithium batteries and I have a solar panel that charges, that trickle charges, just to try to keep them done. But if I'm not driving a lot, because with the alternator charges those batteries, that's when you get into some problems. So I changed from 2 AGM batteries to 2 lithium batteries this past year. It has made a world of difference as far as making sure my fridge works. And when I've got my internet and my computer and charging my phone, all this other kind of stuff, that's been fantastic because boondocking is really a lot of fun, guys. I'm just going to tell you right now, once you are able to boondock, you're like, why don't I do anything else? It's it's hard to find on the East Coast, but when you do, you're like, this is amazing. It's just night and day, night and day. I love it. Gonzo Book's like, wow, 1.1 million. Well, I've been doing this a little while. Not that, I mean, long enough to be, sort of know what I'm doing. But you just keep at it. You just keep trying. You'd be surprised. Yep. Awesome. Congrats. Keep it up. Oh, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Not all lithium systems are solar dependent. That is correct. That is correct. So I know, talk about Tommy, invested quite a bit into batteries and solar. When you're building a bus, this is the thing, right? This is what everyone talks about, the battery system and how it's going to work and how much do you need? It's a chunk of change. It's a real chunk of change, guys. Timmy says, it's well worth it. Absolutely. It is. Yep. And congrats, you are doing amazing. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. I appreciate it. You know what? It's been a real growing experience is a good way of putting it. I enjoy every single minute of being able to create content and share some stories with you guys, as well as go through and give you some tips and tricks on things. It's been really a lot of fun. And I've got a lot of product reviews in the past really 2 months that I feel like I'm sort of heavy on the product review point. And I want to go back to some of the vlogging too and just sort of give it a little balance in between because there's so many stories I want to share with you guys. So many really cool things. And one of the ones that just came out was talking about making reservations for campgrounds in Florida. And I know this sounds crazy to even think about that. Florida for like January, February, March. But if you are one of those people who want to be a snowbird, who want to find and chase that 70-degree weather, you're going to have to start thinking about it now. It's insane, but you have to, because if not, you just can't find places very well. It becomes a little bit harder. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thrifty Angela. Hey, thanks for being here. Always fun to have my fellow ginger in the house. So yeah, so some of the other videos, it's sort of interesting to see the videos that keep coming up that people keep watching. Oh, interesting. That is not a timer, but my son. Imagine that. They do this sometimes. They call me. It pops up on their phone. They know I'm live and they still call me. Bless their hearts. Here we go. I need it. We're gonna do this live right now, guys. This is great. You ready? Everybody? Hey Noah, guess what? I'm on a live stream. Can I call you back? Yeah. Family. Gotta love it. That's the best, right? It's what you do. I'm a mom. I have lots of kids. There's never a dull moment in my life. Okay. Gonzo Book says, I need 1 million views to catch. Oh, you are fine. You know what? You will get there. Everyone takes their time, and some people get there a lot quicker than others. They really do. And some people, I think the bottom line is just taking your time and doing it right. Because if you do it right, people will pay attention and you will get engagement, and it will be something that is really worth it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You will get there. I promise. It just takes some time, buddy. Yeah. Go Gingers. Woohoo. I love this. Yeah. LOL. Bless their hearts. Yeah. Kids. What are you going to say? Kids. It's not like their mom hasn't been doing this forever, right? Imagine that. Yeah. Family's the best. Yeah. Especially when you're doing something and they're like, but, I'm like, no, you're going to have to wait. Sorry, buddy. Yeah. We just roll with it. Just keep it going. That's how that works. I could talk to you later. He'd still be calling me. Bless it. What are you going to do? All right. So what other things do we have to talk about? We have some other really cool. We should talk about the camper van news. I think it's time. I am getting ready to go on a majorly big trip. I just got officially, of course, we ordered the rack and pinion box for the Ram 2020 Ram ProMaster. Had to get that replaced. Nice and pricey thing. Just to let you know, someone said, "How much was the labor?" Labor was around $1,500. Yeah. When you buy a vehicle, are you the kind of people that get extended warranties? I'm curious. If you buy an extended warranty, put it in the chat because I looked into it at the same time going, well, would the extended warranty have covered my experience with a rack and pinion box? I looked at bunches of different things to see how that was going to work. So 3,800 for the part, 1,500 for the labor, but I'm back on the road. So that's a really big thing. Oh my gosh, it's TNT RVing. Hey, Tony and Tina, how are you? Can't wait to see you guys. Oh, I'm going to see you guys in like less than a week. I'm so excited. It's going to be fun. Sorry. We're going to go to Ohio, guys. If you're going to go to Ohio, if you're going to the Adventure Bandits meetup, we will be there. I'm just saying it's going to be a lot of fun. And I have a big surprise for you guys. So you better come find me. I think I'm over on, I call it the island. I'm on the island mond in Ohio. Gotta love this. I don't think I've ever gotten extended warranty. So I haven't gotten one on a vehicle ever because I was talking to someone about an RV extended warranty. This is interesting. For an RV extended warranty, the price of the RV was about $190,000. So let me put in perspective of how much the RV was. It was a C. It was a C class. They wanted $19,000 for the extended warranty. Okay. Now, supposedly, sorry, I got a hair in there. Supposedly it was concierge service, meaning anything that needed to be done would be taken care of. But I'm like, what if you travel? Where do I take it to get taken care of? And what are places that will work with me? It's a lot of work. So, and I figured out how much money I spent on my van. So I replaced the alternator. I've done this, I've done that. I still haven't gotten up to 19,000. So if it's only for 5 years and I've had my van for 3, going on 4 years, if it's less than 20,000, I think I've done okay. Just saying, just a thought, just trying to put in some words out there. 3 more days until we're at Atwood Camping Resort in Ohio at the Glamp Out. I know, I'm so excited. This is my first summer, my meetup of the summer. It starts my summer meetups to go places and see people. So I'm ready. And by the way, the theme of it's an 80s theme. So if you guys don't have 80s clothes, or if you're not ready for some 80s fun, get ready because I'm ready. I am so ready. I might even like put a side ponytail. I don't know what I'm going to do. I haven't quite figured that part out yet. Really going to get there. I was going to get the extended warranty until they changed the terms, and then it wasn't worth it. See, that's what I'm saying. You got to really read the fine print. You got to really think about those things, especially if you're looking at a big purchase. Is it really going to impact you? Well, that seems a little pricey. I know. I was thinking like 5,000, 6,000, maybe even 8,000, but 19,000? That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. Here we go. The only extended warranty I've ever had didn't pay for itself. Yeah, I know. And many times they say don't get them, but when you've had some mechanical issues like I have, you're like, I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I have to really, really, really think hard about that. You're sort of just rolling the dice and hoping that nothing happens. Yep. Ponytail. I'm doing this. Oh, you're doing the side ponytail. This will be fun. I haven't quite figured out everything else. You know, it's hard because in the 80s, I was thinking about what was I doing in the 80s? Oh, geez. And now on TikTok, they're always like, how did you dance the 80s? I'm like, pretty much how I dance the way now. Sorry. I haven't really, my dancing hasn't really upgraded since the 80s. So, I mean, 80s were Whitney Houston. Oh gosh, Michael Jackson, Tina Turner, Prince. You know, you think about those bands of what was really big in the 80s. I was like, okay, what do I want to dress like? Madonna. Madonna was big, but I'm a very tall ginger, and Madonna and I don't really mix. You know, I could go as Daphne from Scooby-Doo because that was sort of big in the 80s too, 70s and 80s. That'd be sort of funny, but I don't know. We'll figure something out. I haven't quite figured out the outfit. And then from there, I have another meetup, and it's going to be a disco theme. Now, disco theme, I got the disco balls. I am a disco queen. Bring on the dancing music. That will be fun. Yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire, hands down, one of my favorite bands ever. Love this. Okay, drive it hard before the standard warranty expires and hope whatever's going to break happens before it expires. Well, that's what I did with my van. I really did. I drove that puppy. I mean, it's got over 50,000 miles on this thing. And it's like I say, less than 5 years. So I put it through some of its paces. And matter of fact, I even got stuck. I know, I think I told you guys this last week about me getting stuck and using kitty litter. This is making me think all more about 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. I could really use that. We decided to opt out of our extended warranty. Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's something to think about though. Oh, more 80s bands. Oh, wait, here we go. Duran Duran and Pat Benatar. That's right. Yeah, drop some of the music that you guys listened to in the 80s. I want to hear what it was because I was there. It was pretty fun. Naj is here. Hey, Naj. Sorry. No, you're never late. You guys are never late. You're always on time. Don't ever think you're late. Just come on in. It's fun. Depeche Mode and The Cure. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember these things. I saw Depeche Mode not too long ago, and they were really good. Still pretty awesome. They were in Franklin. They're really cool. Yep, really neat. I'm sad to say, I'm sad I can't make it this summer to the bash. My mom had a bad fall, and we need some time for her to heal. But I can't wait to see all your babies. Oh, you will be missed, absolutely missed. But anything I can do, I'll make some extra videos just for you. I might even send them to you during the event so you can see what's going on, and you can tell people hi. I'll bring the phone around. I can't believe that's where we actually met. I remember Ruth telling me about you. This is sort of funny, Adrienne Ruth. And she's like, I met this girl, blah, blah, blah. And then it all sort of came together. And then when we did their meetup, I was like, oh my gosh, there you are. How cool is that? See, just meetups are a great way to make community and meet really cool people. And now I'm cooking. So you should be proud of me. I'm cooking, girl. And I'm learning how to cook on induction cooktop. And that's a whole nother can of worms for me. So I can do more than toast. Prince has always been one of my all-time favorite artists. Mine too. I think he's a genius. He's a musical genius as far as songwriting, all the instruments, all the production, everything he's ever done. I just can't say enough amazing things about Prince. Prince and the Go-Go's. Oh, we got the beat. I had that CD, or that, well, it was a cassette then. Got to think about that. So I started with albums and 8-tracks, moved to cassettes, then went to CDs. Ironically, now we're back to albums and sometimes cassettes too. If you're getting things overseas, sometimes they come in cassettes. Isn't that wild? 4-wheel drive is expensive to get aftermarket, but so worth it when you need it. Yeah, I know. And when you start thinking about those things, when you need it, right? That's important. You're sort of stuck. God's book. I was a Prince freak. I think I own every single album and even some of the European stuff. I really do. I was thinking about that the other day. I don't know where it is. I am losing things left and right. I have a tiny little place, guys, and I don't even know where half the stuff is these days anymore. I have a hairbrush. I bought 2 of them. I can't find either of them. I have no idea where they went to. I mean, I could blame it on the kids. I don't think it's the kids, though. I think I just put it someplace else. We're saying hi. They're saying hi to everybody. Good to say hi, everybody. Yes, please. Yes, I will definitely walk you around so you can say hi to people because that's important. I saw Depeche Mode this past November. I adore them. Yeah, it was fun. Reach out, touch me. Gotta love it. What is this meetup? Okay, so if you go on my website, charliegraceadventures.com, and you go, there's actually a tab called Meetups. You go down to June, and you'll see all these different meetups happening. This one is the Adventure Bandits meetup. It's happening in Ohio. I believe it's sold out, though. I don't want to say, I'm pretty sure it is. But there are other meetups happening, too. So you might not be able to go to this one, but you can go to another one. So take a look at these. As soon as I know about them, I put them on the website to let you guys know. And there you go. There you go. You're awesome. No, you're awesome. You're awesome. Good grief. How do y'all, if I missed anyone earlier, that's okay. I'm always the one on the phone where I can't tag everybody. I get this. Okay. Here comes Naj's music list. Zeppelin, Floyd, Rush. Yes. Oh, The Cult. I love The Cult. Ministry, Van Halen, and Prince. That's an interesting thing. Do you remember Jesus Built My Hot Rod by Ministry? I love that song. That was a good one. I have stories. I have so many stories about Al Jorgensen and that whole, yeah, interesting time. I was listening to 70s music in the 80s. Well, okay, so let's go to classic rock for a second. Let's just pick on this just a little bit. I don't want to go too crazy, but what do you guys think? What decade is classic rock? Because I'm still having trouble trying to explain to kids that it's going to be tough because I think it's 60s and 70s is classic rock. I don't think the 80s metal hair bands count as classic rock. I definitely don't think Nirvana counts as classic rock. But, today the kids look at the 90s like I probably looked at the 60s back then. They go back at like 2 decades. I just don't think it counts. I just don't think it's not the Led Zeppelin and the Stones and, like very specific AC/DC, like in that genre. That's sort of what I'm thinking is classic rock. Foreigner, Foghat, Boston, that kind of thing. And I think that's the way it works. Okay, it also allows you to get places the normal crowds can't get. Yeah, that's true. But I like the people. I like the people. I like going having some quiet space, but I like having, that quiet time to hang with friends and make some s'mores and hot cocoa and sing songs around the campfire. I had all the Prince. Oh, you have all the Prince. Oh, he's a musical genius. Yeah, I'm telling you, I had everything. Alphabet Street. Oh, geez, everything you could think of. Okay, Rush and Van Halen. I do like Van Halen. I know they've like, I'll call it grown and emerged and come into different lead singers, which I think was actually pretty good because I do like Sammy Hagar and I did like David Lee Roth. I'm trying to think, did they had another one? Did they? Am I missing? There's another one in there. It's gonna get me. But I like them. I thought they were really good. My son bought a record player. My daughter bought me Prince's Greatest Hits album. Aw, see, that's cool. I love the artwork. I know it sounds weird, but I miss having and then you open it up and there's all this stuff inside. That was really cool. That was part of like the experience, I thought. Now it's just like a little thing, like whatever. So or actually most people don't get the CDs anymore. They just buy the MP3s, right? They just go online and click a button and there you go. So it's just not the same. I like having that physical something, but you got to put it somewhere. Once again, that's a thing you got to put somewhere. And now you got to deal with that one. You're going as Prince. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to see this. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, we'll see how this works because I don't know I don't know exactly how I'm going, but I'm definitely doing something. But thank you. So much fun. I love this. There was an artist called Yes. Yes, of course there was an artist called Yes. It was a group. It was a group out there. Yes, I have Jesus built my hot rod. See, I told you. It's a great song. If you haven't heard it, guys, you need to. It's like a really heavy metal kind of. It just gets your engine revving. It's really cool. I agree. Maybe 50s too. Yeah, some of the 50s too would totally range in that classic rock era. Absolutely, absolutely. 70s is classic rock. Yep, I agree. I agree. Chicago. Ooh, Chicago's a good one. Yeah, 60s and 70s. I'm with you, Gracie. I'm thinking that's the way to go. That's it. The 80s were 40 years ago. I heard that counts as classic nowadays. We can't talk about that. Just shut. No, don't say that. Not fair, buddy. Not fair. I like Ministry's albums, The Land of Rape and Honey, and Mine is a Terrible Thing to Waste. Oh, interesting. Yep. I miss the liner notes. See, we're talking about that. You have the album, you get to look at the stuff. It's all the interesting things. I love that. That was really fun. I love that. I went to 3 Prince concerts in Berlin, Germany. Ooh, that would have been interesting. That would have been really cool. I might have the opportunity to going to Minneapolis this year and going to Paisley Park, and that would be something on my bucket list. Graceland's okay. Paisley Park for me is a little more. That hits home a little differently. So, not that I don't like Elvis, but I'm just saying, the difference between Elvis and Prince is that Elvis was entrenched and took advantage of really amazing music that just couldn't get put into the eye of a general population. So he took, it's just a different way of looking at it. Really is really cool. Cover art and the liner notes. I know. That was a thing. Thin Lizzy. Okay, Naj, you're killing me. I love these artists. Love these bands. We are about 5 minutes out, and we need to go make sure that someone can drop the link for Johnny's Journey's live stream after hours. I'm going to tell you right now, next Tuesday, we will not be having a live stream. And I'm going to tell you why, because we've got 5 minutes. I'm going to give you the whole story. I will be leaving on a multiple month trip out doing some things. So I have the meetup. I've got some meetings with people. I have some meetings with RV people. It's going to be a really interesting couple months. And I can't wait to share all the stuff with you. But it's going to be a little harder for me to do some of these Tuesdays. So when I get to do Tuesday, I will definitely put on ahead of time so you guys know what's going to happen. And I'll put a thing on my community tab as well. But I'll try to stick with my Tuesdays as best I can. I now have Starlink. So hopefully I can get internet no matter where I go. But I'll be the first to tell you, I have barely opened up the box. I haven't tested it out yet. I have no idea how to use it. I'm going to get there. but I'm not there yet. So I just appreciate you guys. I'm going to be going east. I'm going to be going up Niagara Falls. I'm going to be going around Lake Ontario, which is one of the last lakes for me on my Great Lake tour, and heading up through New York and doing some stuff over there. So very excited about that. And let me know. I'll be if you are on Nomad Near Me. It's an app for your phone. It's called Nomad Near Me. Go on there, friend me on Nomad Near Me, and I'll be checking in every night. And if you're anywhere around Nomad Near Me, if you're within like a half an hour, 45-minute drive, we might just hang out and go have lunch or do something fun. So check that out. Have a good time. And last but not least, before I leave, okay, guys, it is that time when I get to tell you right now, you, if you're interested in van life, need to get your free ticket now. Go to Van Life Travel and click on the button that says get my free ticket now. It'll create an email. It'll put you on a list. The Van Life Travel Virtual Summit is in November. And there's going to be industry leaders that I've been talking to this week. We're going to have people from, oh gosh, Victron Energy, Winnebago, everything from other van lifers are going to talk about their experience about, do they get anxiety? Do they have trouble parking? Are there things that, that they feel as they should have when it comes to tools? Maybe you don't need every tool under the sun. Maybe you just need a small toolkit. This is what they would recommend. So this is going to be a really interesting event, and I want you guys to be able to do it. And there's a limited number of tickets now. So I want to make sure you guys get your tickets first before it goes into this whole big thing where then you got to be in a waiting list. So it's really cool. Oh my gosh, there's Adrian. Hey, you're never late. We're going to see you guys in a couple weeks. I am so excited. Actually, like a week, just saying, just around the corner. I've got some things going on, but then I will see you guys. I will be at the meetup on Thursday. I like to be there early, but I don't think I can because I've got some things to do in Nashville on Tuesday. So, and it's a little bit of a drive for me up there. So do me a favor, save my space. I'll be there, and we'll see everybody at Johnny's Journeys live stream after this. And everybody have a fantastic week. And thank you so much for being here. I want to give one more shout out before we leave, which is, of course, let me get down here, to my awesome, awesome members.